If you're new to the Pantheon community, first off, hello and welcome. You'll find that this community is full of creative, passionate people that love to share their ideas, knowledge, and hopes for the upcoming MMORPG, Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. To begin this journey, I'd like to start at their webpage, pantheonmmo.com. When you first arrive there, you'll notice that the first three words you see are community, challenge, discovery. Let's start there. How will Visionary Realms incorporate those ideas into a tangible game that delivers on those ideals? Alright, let's begin with community. The first community I discovered when looking into Pantheon was on their forums page. You'll find the news and announcements there, as well as discussions about the different spheres of the game, like lore, crafting, and harvesting. You'll also find that discussion prompts or questions about the community opinion on topics will be posted by Kilson, the community manager for VR. These prompts can evolve into sometimes lengthy and lively discussions. The forums also provide space for Pantheon fan sites, fan fiction, and other fan creations. There are some super creative people in our community, and I definitely recommend checking out their work. To build community, VR can also be found interacting on other social media like Twitter, Facebook, or Reddit. They have done interviews with content creators, some of them being the Nathan Napalm, Basgrim, and Reasoning with Roland, as well as MMORPG.com, Massively OP, and MMO Games, to name just a few. Another really cool way VR interacts with their fans is during the monthly developer roundtable recording. People that have pledged to Pantheon at the VIP level are privileged to be able to listen to the recordings live, type into the Discord channel any questions they may have, and even get to interact with the VR staff after the recording is over. The conversation is typically lively and almost always full of VIPs encouraging the VR team to drop a bean or two. And that leads to the pre-alpha testing sessions. Now, obviously, I can't say a lot about them since they are covered by the NDA, but as far as helping build community, it is a very unique opportunity to be a part of helping VR bring Terminus to life by bug reporting, feedback, and playing through content. For me, it has made Pantheon even more near and dear to my heart. Memories and friends have been made in this very special phase of Pantheon's development. Lastly, the community itself has been an exciting, engaging, and very welcoming place to be, especially spaces like Pantheon Plus and the guild they've created, the Nathan Napalm community, Basgrim TV, and many others. They are a creative and driven bunch that want Pantheon to be not only successful, but the best MMO out there. It is full of experienced gamers that bring their own thoughts and ideas and passionately share their hopes and desires for Pantheon. Next on the list is challenge. On Pantheon's website it states, "One thing is certain, you're going to want allies." So, what type of features is Pantheon going to implement into its world to make it challenging? First, the world will be massive. We've been shown one of the 3 planned continents, Kingsreach, and it is absolutely huge. More recently, they have announced that you will not have the typical zoning experience with a loading screen. When traveling overland, it will feel seamless, wide open, and dangerous. There will still be certain areas you will need to zone into, like dungeon areas, but for much of your exploration, if you can see it, you can go there. Next is climbing. On the website, it is described as seek adventure in every direction, including vertically, with an exclusive and thrilling climbing system. We have seen other MMOs implement climbing. For me, EQ2 comes to mind, but it was limited to a few specific climbable surfaces only. Pantheon seems to be going for if you can see it, you can climb it vision. This will encourage players to have to think in new ways about their environment. They will have more exploration opportunities as VR can now tuck things away in not so easy to find locations. At the top of a tree in a lush forest, a monk in the mountains sheltering in a crevice, caves that drop down into deep, terrifying fissures. The list is endless, and the people at Visionary Realms, quite creative. I wonder how many quests or items will lie undiscovered for possibly years as players explore and retrain how they think about the world they are inhabiting. Another way Pantheon will embrace challenge is the perception system. The website states, keep a keen eye and a sharp ear through the perception system as the world reveals its secrets through the environment. Chris Joppa Perkins, Pantheon's producer and content developer, had a fantastic interview on Reasoning with Roland, where he had a lot to say about the perception system and the importance of it. I will link the interview in the description. In it, Joppa explains that perception is a fundamental system that helps fulfill that "why am I here?" in this game question. He explains that it is a deep and crafted system that gives you that macro and micro context and lore. It gives the world a not-so-player-centric experience and allows you to cultivate your character in Terminus. Joppa called it a non-linear, non-protagonistic experience. You are sovereign over your experience. You're not on rails, not forced to be the hero, and not chained to quest hubs. Joppa goes on to say that perception as a system, quote, rewards the player by being a culmination of what they have specifically done as a player, the decisions they've made, the actions they've taken, end quote. So, the world will react to you in this system because of the choices you have made, and you will be able to choose whether or not to investigate. This leads to adventuring because something interests you, not because you feel forced to. The world of Terminus will invite you into its story, which leads to a compelling and living world. The final system I'd like to cover is the Acclimation system. Here's what their website has to say about it. Gain entry into harsh climates to conquer even greater challenges by way of a robust acclimation system. From what we have seen of this system, there are many different types of climates in Terminus, such as toxic, scorching, and frigid, and they can vary from mild to severe, as well as having combination climates. One way to increase your acclimation to an area is to acquire glyphs that you can equip in a special UI panel. There are other ways to acclimate to the different climates, such as racial passives, like the Archai have as an innate bonus to their acclimation score based on their elemental attunement. There is also natural acclimation, which you gain by spending time in an area that is affected by a climate. You can also acquire gear that has acclimation stats on it, or have gear modified through crafting. When it comes to the combination climates, you will be able to mix and match glyphs to help you survive these brutal environments. So, I hope this helps to show how Visionary Realms is incorporating community, challenge, and discovery to build a world that you are not only excited to begin a journey in, but they're also building a world that you will want to stay in, building friendships, creating memories, and going on great adventures. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen. If you found this helpful and would like to hear more, please like and subscribe. Take care.